Oh, welcome back to the Old Bull and Young Cav Boston Sports Podcast on a night that is as bad as it gets. Just absolute nightmare end to the Celtics season. Yeah, they're down. It's not over yet. No, it's over, folks. Okay, because first of all, I said after they lost the first two games at home, if they don't win both games in New York, the series is over. Like 2% of teams come back from a 3-1 deficit. So it's super rare. This Celtics team is not going to do it. And now it looks like, oh God, I hate to speculate, but it really looks like Tatum possibly tore his Achilles. And that is just beyond disastrous because that doesn't just mean he's out for this playoff. It means he's probably going to miss the entire year next year. I mean, just a cataclysmic catastrophe, just devastating night for the Boston Celtics. This has so much ramifications on everything. Not repeating as champions. Now you basically give this new ownership the green light to start trading away pieces for basically to save money. You would have put all the pressure in the world to keep the team together and pay that second apron luxury tax if they won back-to-back championships to go for a dynasty. And now that is all gone. You're not winning the back-to-back championships. And if Tatum is out for next season, the I mean, you talk about really incentive to get rid of probably Holiday, probably Porzingis to get down on that luxury tax. We're probably going to be Jalen Brown, Derek White as our two guys, and we'll make the playoffs, but we're going to be like a middling team, no shot of winning the championship without Tatum, without Holiday and Porzingis. That's my guess. And I know you're like, oh, this you're being too bleak. No, the old bull. I mean, I have to give it to you straight. It's not my job to be a fan on here. It's not my job to be positive and give you, don't worry, guys. It's my job to give it to you straight. And this series is over. Even if Tatum is somehow not really that hurt and he plays, which I can't imagine would be the case. It looks like he was hurt pretty bad. It doesn't matter if Tatum's 100%. We're not coming back from 3 games to 1. It's a very rare thing done. 2 to 3% of the teams have done it. And this is what the Celtics get. They played with fire those first 2 games, and this is what they get for just playing garbage, lazy offensive basketball, having those 20-point leads at home, and just taking the lazy approach. And we're just going to keep chucking up threes and put this team away instead of working hard, getting tough twos, and solidifying the game that way. Nope, this is what you get, Celtics. And this is the reality we're faced with. So, Celtics fans, this is awful because if that's a torn Achilles, kiss this year goodbye. Well, this year's already gone, being down 3 games to 1, and kiss next year goodbye. Because it's usually 12 to 15 months to recover from that. So again, you know, I mean, I guess you can hold out a prayer that if we make it deep into the playoffs, he makes it back. But what kind of shape is he going to be in? No training camp, not playing basketball for a year. And man, what is this going to do to the team, the ownership? You know, it just gives them the green light to start selling off parts. And let me tell you something. Everyone knows I'm one of the biggest Jalen Brown supporters, biggest Jalen Brown fans. I absolutely think he was garbage tonight. I don't like the way he wasn't strong on the ball in that last play that got Tatum hurt. The guy just barely nicked his hand and he just coughed the ball up. We saw numerous lazy, absent-minded plays out there, not just in this game, but last game as well. Talking to my son, he saw the same lackadaisical, non-focused. It cost him a rebound last game, a turnover last game, and left Brunson wide open for a three last game. So we were on to him last game. Like, what is he doing? And he had about 6 moments this game where my son and I, who were watching the game side by side, said, "What was Jaylen Brown doing there? Like, what in the world?" And I'm like his biggest supporter. He was garbage tonight. He played that game like it was a regular season game. Absolute trash. I don't know what the hell his deal was, where his focus was. Mario Borgi chiming in. Knicks played their best game. They did. Karma caught him. Yep. Mario, the Celtics just lackadaisical, lazy offense in that third and fourth quarter in game 1 and 2. This is what they get. And the Knicks couldn't miss. Mikal Bridges, how many, like 10 fadeaway jumpers in a row he nailed. Brunson couldn't miss. OG Obanobi with a step back 3-pointer in the fourth. It was like, yep, the basketball gods, absolutely, Mario, absolutely punished the Celtics here. Said, nope, you got to know when to say when with the 3-pointers. They went ice cold for super long stretches in game 1 and 2 with that 20-point lead, and they did absolutely nothing but spit in the basketball god's face and just kept jacking up three after three after three. And here we are. We left ourselves no room for error. We needed to win 2 games on the road, which is really tough to do in the NBA. And here we are, season over, and there's a very good chance next season's already over. Absolutely cataclysmic, absolutely apocalyptic devastation. Just disgusting. I'm really ashamed. And again, Derek White was scorching hot. For some reason, we weren't trying to find him all night. Tatum was super hot too, but he still had a couple of really bizarre, extra long, lazy 3-pointers, like with plenty of time on the shot clock. It's like, Jason, work harder to get okay, take a three, but let someone come set a screen and take a reasonable three. What are we doing with the 35-foot 3-point attempts? It's just, that was absolutely brutal. And, you know, Holiday, he had his usual great game, except his shot was just terrible tonight. And he made a couple of uncharacteristic errors. But Jaylen Brown is the villain this game. He's the reason why Tatum got hurt. I'm sorry. That pass Tatum gave him, his Brown's hand got nicked. Be strong catching the damn ball, and all those other lackadaisical, unforgivable plays Brown had earlier this game. Like it was a regular season game. He looked like he was playing in a game against Charlotte, like halfway through the year. That really means nothing. I don't know where the hell his head was tonight. Like, what the hell is that? Conference MVP, finals MVP. Where is the Jaylen Brown killer I know? Man, and that kills me because no one's been a bigger supporter of that guy than me to say that. Tatum did everything he could in his God given power to keep us in that game. And, the Knicks just wouldn't miss a damn shot, and we were making them take tough shots. But this is the basketball gods coming back, and Missoula, awful, worst coaching I've ever seen Missoula have was this series. Hopefully he learns from this, and let's get the hell away from that. Every wide open three is a good shot, no matter what. We need to get away from that garbage. Hopefully Missoula learns his lesson and learns to read the game and incorporates that. Guys, absolutely. When we're lighting up the threes and we're keep chucking them. But when read the game, guys, we're up by 20, and all of a sudden our lead's down to 7, and we've missed our last 7 3-pointers. We're not taking more threes. Don't even let it get that far. The league gets down to 13. No, 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 no. Stop taking the threes. Get the lead back by fighting hard twos, driving, getting free throws, mid-range jumpers, high percentage shots. Missoula has kind of spit in everyone's face that has said the Celtics get too three heavy. They too reliable on a three. And Missoula basically spit in everyone's face. And this is like a little bit of basketball karma. This is the basketball gods paying us a visit and telling us, no, sorry guys, not tonight. Peter DiPaggio disgusted, turned the channel, couldn't watch another pitiful minute of 14, keep chucking threes and missing. Yeah, Peter. And it's funny because I'm watching it with my son and my grandson. And my grandson, he had such a hard time finishing watching the game because he was literally nauseous from the way the Celtics were playing in the end of the game at the end. And you know, here we are. We just got to keep our fingers crossed and pray that Tatum kind of like just sprained his calf, or I don't know. It didn't look like a sprained ankle. I don't know. We just gotta hope it's not a torn Achilles. That's what we have to pray for, people. That it's not something that puts him out for the year. That is, forget about him coming back. Forget about this series. This series is over. Okay. The Celtics put himself in that position. You can say, what kind of fan are you, Steve? Don't ever stop believing. No, it's not my job to sell you cupcakes and rainbows. Okay. I told you if they didn't win both these games in New York, the season's over. It's as simple as that. And they didn't get the job done. So it's over. I'm just going to do my best to go enjoy the rest of this trip with my family, which I will. I'm having an absolutely amazing trip. And, so I'm not going to let it get me down. And we do have some bad news, like as far as the show goes. We will do a post game when the Celtics season does come in end. But we are going to put the show on hiatus until Patriots training camp comes up because the Bruins, there's nothing to talk about with them. They got absolutely boned in the draft. So there's nothing positive to talk about with the Bruins. The Red Sox have just disappointed. They're just been the typical mediocre team. That's not that they're out of the playoff contention or anything, but they've just disappointed. And with the Celtics out, there's really nothing to talk about until Patriots training camp. And, it's just going to be us basically bitching at how the Celtics season ended and, the Red Sox disappointing and the Bruins still having Don Sweeney calling the shots and being upset about that. So, unfortunately, we're going to do one more Celtics post game. Whenever the Celtics season ends, we're going to keep doing the post games until the season ends. But then we're going to probably be putting the show on hiatus, unfortunately, for a while until Patriots training camp. So my son and I, would like to thank you for the support. And like I said, we're going to see you again to officially, say goodbye and put it on pause. But thank you for tuning in and, prayers that Tatum's injury is not catastrophic and something that's going to put him out for a year plus. Night, people.